Okay. Welcome, Tracy. So I know um, Mark said he won't be able to join today, as did uh, Carlos. Um, so I think maybe we can get started. So we have a couple of things on the agenda today. So thanks, Aurelien, for joining us today. So we have a presentation soon. Just before we get to that, I wanted to um, introduce the topic of elections. So we have some new TSE members. So the results are just out. So it's pretty new. So possibly not everyone was able to join us today. But thanks for joining. I see Stefan and Putukuri joined us today. So thanks for nominating to join the TOC. And I was wondering if you wanted to say a couple of words to introduce yourselves to the group. Stefan, would you like to go first?
Yeah,
Sorry to
sure.
put you on the spot.
No worries. Yeah, really nice to meet you in person, or virtually, but almost in person. Yeah, so I'm more or less a professional software developer for quite some time, mainly in the DevOps area at a bigger company, Schaeffler in Germany, industry and automotive supplier. But I'm also have quite some years where I worked heavily on Jenkins. Now I'm the event officer in the Jenkins organization, and I really think that the perspective of the CDF is really great, and a lot of movement is going on there, especially in the automotive industry. So I think I might share this perspective of a bigger industry division or part, which is also heavily relying on the technology that CDF is more or less driving. So I think that's the reason why I think I might bring some value to this round, and hope really for the nice technical exchange.
That's great. Thanks, Stefan. Looking forward to working with you. Vutakuri, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Andrea. So, hey everyone, I'm V Srinivas. You can call it me just V if you got my pronunciation wrong. It is all fine. And yeah, I was being involved with the CDF from the past 3 years as an ambassador and have been involved as a program committee for CDCon, and I'm most probably and mostly active in the Jenkins project because I'm one of the Google Summer of Code organization admin at Jenkins, along with the Chris and Shivai. So yeah, I'm very excited to do the technical exchange with you, all of you folks, and I'm very excited for this as well.
Great. Thanks and welcome, and also looking forward to working with you. And I see Nikuni joined us as well. Um, Thanks for serving on the TOC. Welcome to the TOC. Would you like to say a couple of words to introduce yourself to the group?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikunj Doshi, and I'm really excited to be a part of this TOC team. I was ambassador for the previous cohort, and I'm glad that I'll be able to continue as a ambassador for this particular year as well. So just a little bit short introduction about me. I have worked in various open source projects like Jenkins, etc. And I have worked with companies like Red Hat and IBM, and I'm also contributing on currently major open source projects for OpenShift, etc. So all in all, professionally as well as personally, I always been a cloud and DevOps aficionado and getting myself acquainted with a lot of AI stuff as well nowadays. So really excited for this particular term and how I can actually grow and excel in my career as well as get this particular out to as many as people in this particular space.
Great. Yeah, thanks for joining today. Such short notice. Well, all three of you. and looking forward to working with you as well. Nikunji was right. Sorry, I pronounced your name incorrectly. And yeah, and thanks everyone, all the outgoing members from the TOC. And as usual, everyone is welcome to stay and join the meetings. The meetings are public, and so we really value everyone's perspective. Yeah, and sorry, I didn't update the template yet. I'll do soon in the coming days. All right, with that, so as I mentioned in the beginning, so we have Aurélien joining us today. We kindly agreed to join this group to present the Plumber project. So welcome. I will stop sharing my screen and give you the floor.
Yeah, thank you. I have to authorize something. Okay. Mm, the- ah. I just want to share the app, not the screen. Let me find how can I do that.
Yeah.
Well, uh, because I have a big screen. I will do like that. That's okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I will take less than 10 minutes to share with you my vision and what we can bring to the CDF ecosystem. And our vision of cybersecurity is like a game today. We secure the door, the hacker comes through the window. We secure the window, the hacker go underground. Even if it's hard, they won't find a way to get in the company and the organization. And today, the way is the plumbing. This CI/CD pipeline that access everything all the time, secrets, code source, environment. And the worst part is that you only need to compromise one to bring an entire organization down. Today, we see those attacks and we feel a bit powerless against. They don't come through the classic door anymore. They come through quieter, overlooked paths. For my co-founder and I, it's all start with the leak. We found the CI/CD pipeline that was doing perfectly its job, building and shipping the product as expected. But every time the product went through this pipeline, its source code was silently sent to a malicious server. None of the security tool in place caught it. We fixed it, and then we ask CISOs, CTO, and DevOps leader 3 simple questions. How many CI/CD pipelines do you have in your company? How do you secure them? And how much time does it take? We had no clear answer to any of them. The only thing we heard from experience is DevOps engineer. It takes more or less roughly 1 hour per month per pipeline to keep it clean if you want to do a good job. So with hundreds of CI/CD pipeline, it doesn't scale. We can secure what we can count. It was true for the endpoint, for the cloud, and now it's true for the CI/CD pipeline. As we kept asking around, we noticed something. People were trying to get an answer to this question, and those people are the DevOps engineer. And what they do is that they are writing internal scripts. Each team is reinventing the same checks. So we decided to bring all of this initiative together in an open source project to create like a Waze effect and stay ahead of the threat. The open source project gathers all the security best practices you should apply to a pipeline now, today. It grows every week with the community as the threats evolve. What we bring is a simple an experience to protect the delivery. Plumber detect the leaks in the pipeline, suggest remediation, and generate a score. That score is a standard that is missing today. Because the threats come from less and less from your own code, our belief is that tomorrow it will be impossible to ship a product or to consume a dependency without absolute trust in how it was built. Not the security of the product itself, but the security of its chains. We want to give that a meaning, something simple to generate and easy to read as a label on a product. The open source project is under MPL2 license, which means anyone can use it, contribute to it, build on it freely, while the share improvements stay open for the whole community. Today, we bring this experience on CI/CD pipeline on GitLab and GitHub. Our roadmap extends it to other technical layers like repository governance, infrastructure as code, runners. The goal is one standard across every layer that delivers the product. For compatibility with other platforms like Jenkins or Azure DevOps, we let the community decide. And a new control can be added very easily with the Rego policy as code open for anyone to extend. We are not building this alone. We are creating this Waze effect. Today, the community brings 40 control to an open source project, and it grows every week. Usage is accelerating months over months. But the real entry point to help the whole ecosystem is the Plumber Radar. This is what we want to do, help the whole open source ecosystem to secure their delivery. And the radar is the live scoring of open source project. And it's how any project can see where it stands and start securing itself. I will show you just an overview. Does my screen change or not? Or it's still the same presentation?
Yeah,
Well,
we see it.
You see a new page like a radar. I don't see what I'm sharing with you.
we see the whole Chrome browser. So when you switch tab, we see a different tab.
Perfect. Okay. So this is the radar, and this is all the finding we can find on open source project. I will just focus on Jenkins ecosystem. It's something you know, and to present what are the findings we can identify, and then our goal is to contribute to patch, to fix, to remediate. So the radar perform a list of checks, and you can find what is not currently followed today. The practices is not followed today. And we will find, for example, for this repository, Jenkins file runners, that there is some good control operated. And some of best practices are not really well followed, like this one about the pin on the action used in the repo. We can identify that there is some action not following the best practices of using a digest, but you have the answer. And we have a lot of control that you can configure, select, and explore if it's really interesting. And what we truly think is the next attack will come through a combination of this kind of control. Some of those controls are not really bad, or the practices is not really dangerous, but the combination of a lot of practices lead to a TG action path, for example. So another finding is really interesting, and maybe we can discuss with the community if it's a choice or something that is missing or they don't see. For example, we can see that they use an action that is in an archive repository. So if you want to do that manually, you have to go to the GitHub workflow to look at on the file, identify each action it's used, and then to discover that this action used to, I think it's to publish the artifact, rely on a repository that are archived. It's not a security issue, but it means that if there is a CVE on this dependency, the project using this action will not get those fixed because it doesn't maintain anymore. Our focus at Plumber team and community is to help open source project to secure the pipeline, but we can't help everyone. There are a lot of open source projects in the ecosystem. So we have to choose. We prioritize where we can have the most impact and the most visibility because that's how the standard spread. So I share with you a simple idea. Together, we can raise the security posture of the CDF ecosystem project per project. We are ready to prioritize the CDF project to put in the time and to do it with you. We can scan, find the gap, open the PR from E toward A to get a good score and a good security posture on those pipelines. That's the value we can bring to the CDF ecosystem and then to the whole open source ecosystem. And maybe the collaboration we would love, and we can talk with you.
All right, thanks for the presentation, Aurélien. Is that the right way to pronounce your name? Sorry, Aurélien.
Aurélien, so in fact, it's Aurélien, but it's maybe quite difficult for non-French people. But Aurélien, it's okay.
Aurélien. I'll try. Question from folks on the call? Comments?
If I understand right, you're just demoing this. This isn't a new CD Foundation project. This is just how to help the CD Foundation projects.
Yes. Sorry, yes. We are analyzing the whole open source ecosystem today with the radar. We have analyzed almost 10,000 projects today. And our goal is not to analyze and to put a score and to say, you are E, a B, a C, a D. It's to analyze the project and then to help and contributing to improve the CI/CD posture of this project. And we have more projects that we can afford today with the team and the community. So my asking is if you are open to talk about that, to prioritize how we can analyze, identify the leak, remediate for the CDF project, but do it together to improve the security and the delivery of those open source projects of the CDF.
Okay. Well, I have a few questions. So with the rudder, the model is that there is a central server doing the scan of the various project, or do you support also like a model where each project is running Plumber as part of their pipelines and scanning whenever the pipeline is changed, that scores? Also, is it always like a model where you pull the data from a central location, or you support pull or push, or
The radar I show you is the representation of the analyze of the ecosystem, but behind that analyze there is the open source project Plumber. It's on GitHub, and you can use it with the CLI on your laptop. Download it, the CLI Plumber analyze GitHub project, and you get your score, the finding, and the documentation to help you fix what is not a good practices. And if you want to implement into your pipeline, you have also a component in GitLab and a GitHub action you can include, and it will run at the first step running in the CI/CD pipeline. And you can configure the action to stop the pipeline if something really bad is on the pipeline, to stop the delivery. So there is both way, easy with the CLI on a laptop, or including in your workflow to constantly measure your score, detect if it's increasing or decreasing, and maybe stop the pipeline if you want.
Okay. Yeah, bye, Tracy. Cool. And is it possible for projects to kind of configure the behavior of Plumber, or say, okay, let's say that certain best practice is marked as red, but there is a justification for that, or maybe something does not apply to a specific project. How can project configure that?
I share my screen again because maybe it was easy to see something, but all the plumber analyze rely on a config file a Plumber YAML, and the config file you can custom by your own policies. On the radar, we have an opinionated view, but of course, if you want to customize your score, and activate more control, more findings, you can as code configure your plumber YAML.file in your repository to specify what are your rules, your configuration, your own policy.
Ah, okay. So even if the data is, I mean, the verification process is run centrally, you can configure it from the specific repository. Okay.
We do it centrally to have an overview with the radar, like a live open ecosystem to analyze the posture. But if we not configure each plumber file for each project, we don't write on the project. If you want a more precise score and finding, you just have to run the CLI with your plumber file customized, or include your custom plumber YAML. This file you can override in your project. But to have a scanning of the full ecosystem open source, we have a fixed plumber YAML file that is not configured as you want it to configure to your organization. It's an opinionated view to raise awareness and to discover the common finding.
I see. All right. I have another question. This is I'm the one with questions. Do you know about the OpenSSF scorecard project? And I was wondering if you're familiar with that. How does Plumber compare to scorecards? Is there some also plan for collaboration or yeah?
Yeah, actually, we are using scorecard in the repository as well to get a 9. We have a 9 score. And yeah, there is something similar, but what we want to focus by our side is on the delivery layer on the CI/CD pipeline itself, all the configuration of the pipeline, because it's really and more difficult to analyze this YAML file, the dependency inside the YAML file, the include, and we really want to focus deeper on this layer. And maybe, yes, there is some completion with open source OpenSSF scorecard. They are more about the governance of the repository, if I understood well.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to go more in detail on the technical layer.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I cannot speak for all the project themselves directly, but it's definitely something personally I think we should reach out to the various projects. We have some project representative. I can represent the CD Events project. Jason can represent Spinnaker, and those who are not here. Yeah, we can share the recording with them. And yeah, so I think it definitely would be interesting from my perspective, at least. I think for CD events, maybe the complexity of the pipeline is not that much, but still, I think it would be interesting for that project to to look at if there is anything that can be done to improve the security posture. So that's definitely something that I would do, and share these, and we can try to find some good communication channel where we can collaborate and make progress on this.
What we can do really easy is to dedicate with my team a bit of time to with you, choose a good project, an interesting project for you, analyze, identify, and understand the scoring, and then if we can contribute to improve the security posture. We contribute and we check the value if it's useful, easy, and then we can have a talk about that if it's a good experience. But I'm really convinced that we will have more insights by doing some workshop on that, if I can say workshop on 1, 2, 3 projects to start really easy, really quick, and to iterate on that and understand, okay, it will really, really helpful, and I can dedicate some time on my team to work with you on that. That's for me the next good move, not to spend a lot of time both of us, and having a results that we can share then if it's successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess one question, maybe it's a bit direct, but we've been looking at the Plumber project with the other TOC members before this call as well, and we are thinking that the project would be a nice addition to the project roster for the CDF. I mean, it would be definitely a good fit, but yeah, I guess I wanted to ask you, that's something that for the future you are considering at all, hosting the open source side of the project in a vendor neutral foundation, or is not something that you're planning for right now?
In reality, we don't really overthink about that, but I'm quite open to think what this can bring to the community, to what we are building. We are open to discuss about that, yes. But I don't have the clear answer today, honestly. I just want to
Of course, yeah.
check the ecosystem. But yes, if we can have an impact together doing things like that, it can be a good conversation to have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. Then we should have some further conversation, and maybe so you can also understand what the benefit would be for the plumber community if they were to consider something like that, and so what is the benefit for the project that we host today? So we can have some more conversations about that. But I like the pragmatic approach of getting a way of for our project to get to know Plumber, to try it out and see if we can get a good experience like he proposed. Yeah, so that sounds great. Yeah, so I guess we should find out which project we can
Yeah,
see which
we can.
project is interested in starting with that. As I said, not all projects are represented on the call today, unfortunately. But if that works with you, not to push the timeline, because we have the summer break coming up. Maybe we could have some conversation with the various project representative, and then try to start something once we come back in September. Or if you prefer just to start right away, yeah, we can see if we can find reach out to the group anyways in the next days after the
Slack?
meeting.
On the Slack, you mean the group?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can
Okay.
continue the conversation on Slack.
Yeah, I think really simple. We can notify some project asynchronously, talking in the Slack, generate the score, talk like that, and iterate during the summer to have a result this summer. Yes, it's really possible to. It's really fast when we do that, but let's identify and work asynchronously on the Slack. With those steps, which project you want to score, which project we can improve, can contribute, and step by step. That's great. How can I invite my colleague on the Slack, because I think he will be involved on that.
Yeah, there should be, a self-invite link. Let me see
Okay.
if you go to the CD Foundation website. We put it in the chat. And in the top right corner, there is a Slack link. Oh, this link is no longer active. Okay, let me check on that. I'll get a working link and send it to you so that everyone can register themselves.
Great. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about that.
Yeah,
And
thank you for joining.
happy to help.
Thanks. Does anyone else have any more questions for Aurélien?
No, but maybe some feedback. I really like the presentation, and thanks for sharing. Really appreciate that. And I think I quite good got an idea, and I really like the perspective. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks for your feedback. It's good to hear. It motivated the community as well. I will share that.
All right. Yeah. Thanks again also for me.
I think you accidentally muted yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. So I was trying to say, I muted myself. Let me bring back the agenda if I can find it. But that I think we don't have much more on the agenda for today. But let me just share it. Second. Right. Yeah, so Tracy left, so I believe we don't have any CI/CD cybersecurity updates from here today. As I mentioned last time, the AI group and platform engineering group, they're just starting. We have volunteers to lead those groups. But yeah, so the work for them, it's not really started yet. So we don't have update yet. So we hope to get this moving soon. Yeah, and so the only last thing from logistic scheduling point of view, we decided to cancel the August to take a break for that month, the August meeting. So we'll see each other again in this forum in September. Actually, I didn't put in the September date, but it's as usual, I think the first Tuesday. No, it's actually, yeah, it's on the 8th of September. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's there. Roxanne put it in there. Didn't see. Yeah. So rather than the first, we decided on the 8th. Hopefully that works for everyone. So some family maybe are still just returning back for those who have kids coming back from summer holidays at the beginning of September. All right. Anything else from anyone? Any other topic to? Yeah.
One call. I don't know if we've updated the project updates on the repo in a while. I was just looking. Only ones I'm seeing are from Q1. Are we still doing those?
Yes. We are doing those. You mean on the CDF website?
On the CD Foundation TOC, the projects, yeah. The only updates I see are from Q1, and we're past Q1.
Hi, sorry for being late. Yes, we are past Q1.
CD Foundation / TOC.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was just looking at the project updates and I hadn't seen any in a while. So
Effort.
We were late on the previous ones. We did them in May, I think. That's probably why I didn't bug anyone to do it.
Right.
Do we want to do it end of summer and then end of year, or?
that's why I bring it up. My reaction or gut, to be completely blunt, is most people don't pay any attention to these. I'd be curious if we have any metrics on how much people look at any of this.
It's one of our most popular things in our newsletter and in our
Okay.
social media. I mean, relative to the rest. It's just nice to have something. Otherwise, I never know what the projects are doing. So even if it's just for
Okay.
me, and at the end of the year, I put it in the annual report. So
Okay.
it doesn't have to be a big deal. It's mostly, we can change it if it's too long, you know. I don't want it to take you all so much time. We can change the format as well, but I feel like I never get info, so that's my way of forcing the info.
Okay. I'm not against it. I was just asking the question on, I want to make sure that work that we do does provide value in some meaningful way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, I
What do
think
you think, Andrea?
I think it does, and I think also for us as a TOC, it's good to see uh, to get an update on the level of activity of the various project as we review the project and their status. So I think it's important to get this to keep the channel open towards the project. So yeah, so we could do yeah, we could do another 2 updates this year if that works, as Roxanne was proposing. So maybe we could do one end of summer and then one end of year. I think
Yeah.
that proposal was quite good.
Okay.
But thanks for bringing this up, Jason.
I was just thinking about it because I was looking at project updates. I'm like, I haven't posted much in a while. And most of what I have seen has been around like the cybersecurity SIG or similar versus much else on the project state of things.
That being said, if ever you have a blog or a big update or something you want to share, like Jenkins will post security updates and I'll repost them.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to post a blog about something, even if it's not within the timeline of this, you know.
Okay. I'm trying to push out some more for Spinnaker, but it looks like Salesforce has stopped contributing. So we lost one of our big contributors. On the
Well,
other
that
side of
sucks.
things, DoorDash is starting to contribute. So we'll see.
Well, that's fun. I remember you said that. If you want, we can also talk about your workshop, your second one.
Yeah, we need to schedule that and get that.
Yeah, whenever you have time.
Mhm.
Cool. Should we then aim for September the 8th for the next project updates? What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good. I can send a reminder 2 weeks before.
Yep.
Thanks, Roxanne. All right. Yeah, so just one last thing just came to mind. So I didn't ask that in the beginning to the new members of the TOC. Does this time for the meeting generally works?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, works for me as well.
Oh, that's really great. Okay. Yeah. So we can keep the current schedule then. That's great news.
I will call out for me. I am like triple booked a lot of days. Usually I can make half of the meeting. I may not be always make the first half of the meeting.
Okay.
But I'm mine or everybody else can. It takes precedence if it works for them.
Just thinking. Yeah, it's always difficult to find a time that works for everyone, but we can, since we have a refresh group, I think we can. Yeah, I can prepare a poll, and then we can see if we can find a better slot that works for most.
You can. I would not worry about keeping this one long term. So, yeah, I'm basically calling out, hey, I'll try to make as many of these as I can. I'm just swamped.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Yeah, then thanks everyone for joining today. Good to see everyone. And yeah, have a great rest of your day and see you in this forum at least in September. And we'll be in sync and via Slack. And really, and I'll send you the link for your colleagues to join the Slack as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.